Good morning everybody, this is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. It's May the 2nd and we're still reading in John chapter 15. And the Lord is saying a number of things in this closing paragraph which seem a little bit obscure to our ears. They're not something that we read every day and not something that we fully appreciate all the time. The Lord Jesus is warning the disciples about persecution that is to come. Now, the persecution that is to come is going to be twofold. It's going to be the persecution of the Lord Jesus, which spills over into the lives of the apostles, and that's going to happen before the cross. But there's another type of persecution which is going to be blowing up fiercely after the resurrection and after the day of Pentecost. And the Lord Jesus is warning the disciples about this. He says, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. Christ is preparing the apostles for their apostolic mission. Now, the apostolic mission isn't specifically anything to do with the church, even though the disciples are going to be members of the church. The work of the Lord Jesus was continued by the apostles after the resurrection and after the day of Pentecost. It was a mission directed at Israel. During the lifetime of the Lord Jesus, it was restricted to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, but now it's going to extend to Samaria and to the uttermost parts of the earth. It's going to be directed at Israel in their unique covenant relationship with their God. But also during this transition period, the church is going to be born on the day of Pentecost, and that's going to develop and develop and develop, and Paul will eventually be converted and he will have the visions and the revelations that will fully develop the understanding of church truth. But in the meantime, God for the next 38 years is going to minister to Israel through the apostles, these 12 apostles. And he warns them. The biggest thing that's going to be a surprise to them is going to be the persecution that they will face. They will face quite horrendous persecution. It'll be headed up eventually by the Apostle Paul. But the most important thing to remember is this, is that the persecution that they're going to receive is going to be quite surprising and quite severe. And so the Lord Jesus warns them of persecution to come. He says, if the world hate you, know this, that it hated me before it hated you. What a wonderful thing that is. So in our lives, as we are persecuted for our faith, let us remember they persecuted Christ first before they ever persecute us. God bless you. Great to talk to you, and look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. God bless. Bye for now.